see the thing about people who had run open mics, I might as well tell you something about our next feature. This is a woman that is from the Chicagoland area. She worked for over a half a decade, hosting a poetry open mic there. That was called the Cafe Gallery. It had podcasts, and she likes to do a lot with video, which would explain why you've got video equipment going like mad here. I hope you enjoy my show. I've got a different outfit for every poem, but everything's going to be all about costumes. And this first one, I need to have my veil on for. I had decided years ago, I might as well tell you the one up about this. A couple of years ago, I decided that I needed to, this is why people don't get married, because you got a big old veil that you got to deal with all the time. A few years ago, I decided that I wanted to write a poem for every element in the periodic table. And that's quite an undertaking to do, but it was actually really fascinating. You learn all sorts of things about elements that you would otherwise know nothing about. And you're thinking, why on earth is she telling me this? Well, one of the poems in there actually talks about things related to Halloween. And that's why I'm going to read a poem from the periodic table of poetry. And it is number 96, and it is called Curium. And I'm sure I've got a name for it. Do I have a frame for Curium? I think I might. I've got my... Oh yeah, I've even got my periodic table font for it. This is Curium. Searching through storage for my wedding clothes, I ignored my white wedding dress and reached for the wedding veil. It might not be true to my Halloween costume, but I'd have to wear something that would show that my black dress is actually a wedding dress. Oh, wait. I can carry a small bunch of white flowers along with me and make my otherwise goth wedding look complete. But still, I'll have to explain that my Halloween costume is actually my interpretation of Marie Curie on her wedding. And okay, maybe it wasn't goth, but a diligent work ethic that caused Marie Curie on her own wedding day to wear a black dress. She wore it so that she could actually go back to work in her black dress to actually do her job later on that same day. And yeah, when she worked, she got really messy with the radioactive elements, ergo the black dress, I suppose. She studied different levels of radioactivity and different elements, and she learned what was causing the radiation. She even coined the term radioactivity, whereas while she discovered two radioactive elements, radium and polonium. But looking back on her life, maybe wearing the black dress was appropriate because she soared in all of her schooling that she could legally take, because at the time she couldn't enroll in higher education because she wasn't a man. But whenever she would try to, they would try to have places with underground learning for higher education, and she would go to these things in makeshift classrooms that would last only a few days before a government raid would cause the schooling to have to move again. So then she left Poland and she got to Paris, and she was still actually able to go to school there, but she was still penniless and hungry. But after her second degree, she met her Pierre, and they worked together even after they got married. And you know, they actually gave each other bicycles for their wedding presents. I know, I'm going on and on about Marie Curie for my Halloween costume, and there's even an element named after her, even though she didn't even discover it. But curium is actually one of the most radioactive elements out there, and curium is now used to help scientists learn and discover, much in the way that Marie Curie did. Curium helps people. It helps to power artificial pacemakers. It's even used in alpha particle X-ray spectrometers that are installed on lunar and Mars rovers like the Sojourner or the Spirit and Opportunity rovers. It's even used on a spacecraft to provide that it'll actually probe the surface of a comet. So curium is dangerous, but it helps us learn, which makes curium have a certain glow to it. Besides being a goth girl and loving to dive into my work, it really makes me take a real shine to this black wedding dress idea. And when I got this idea from a woman who struggled to succeed in her work and in science, it shows me how science fits perfectly with the entire world as well. Thank you. I don't know what outfits I have since I've got one. Oh, I don't think I have anything for this one. I think if I'm just, oh, I shouldn't have my boots. Well, I don't have my boots on, but I had an outfit and I had boots that were perfect for it. So I guess I don't wear the boots now, and I apologize for that. Like you guys know or care. I wrote this one years ago, and it is called This Halloween. This Halloween, I got a costume together. I wore a black pageboy wig, a vinyl dress, and matching vinyl boots. It was strange for me. I'm not such an outgoing person. And every time I was left alone at a bar, someone would hit on me. Usually someone ugly. But I didn't tell them to leave me alone. I gave them a fake name, a fake number. And looking back, what made the difference was not wearing the revealing clothes, but wearing a wig and changing my identity. And it's not like I'd do it again, but I have to admit, I really like being someone else for just a little while. My costume artist to help me out with this one. I don't know. Sorry, it's like trying to get the outfits going on. He asked me to, and I'll master that one. Yeah, it's not behind, it's all the way over there. I'm doing this one and explaining this to you now because I had put on that outfit to pick somebody up at the airport and be cutesy and entertaining for them. And a year or two, a year and a half after I had done this, he died, which was very shocking and very sad, and that is why I decided, and this is why I'm going into costume again, this is as good as a costume as I can pull off on it, that is why I decided to write this piece that was called This Halloween Again. What do you think? Is my look complete? Ta-da? I've got this thing in my waist so people can't see me so much. Oh well, no matter. I have no plans for Halloween this year. And no parties. Well, at least none that I'm attending. But I'm dressing up for Halloween, though, in something that doesn't even look like a costume. I want to be a Scotsman. Not because I'm Scottish. I'm not. Not because I'm male. I'm not. And some people will probably even look at my costume and think that I'm not even dressed up for Halloween. But I'll know. I never did anything with you for Halloween. Well, when it was Halloween, a year or two ago, I put on a wig and dressed up when I picked you up at the airport. It's funny how your mind can just remember these little stories like that now. You were dressed up as a cartoon character for Halloween last year. I never got the chance to see you in that outfit, and I always thought that I would see you in it in another year. I didn't think you'd be gone before the next Halloween rolled around. I thought you'd always be around. You always were, you know. And when I needed someone to talk to, I called, or else you would call me instead. It was almost like I had a little brother there who was always willing to listen to me and was always willing to put up with me. My question to you is this. Were you always willing to put up with me? Did you think that it would end up this way? And just so you know, wherever you are, just know that someone like me is thinking about you. Because I know the holidays aren't the same without you here. I never thought about dressing up for Halloween or about Scotland or even other countries, but you, well, you were Scottish through and through, and you wanted a kilt, and you wanted the world to know that you were Scottish. I always thought you'd be around. I thought, even when you aggravated me, that you would always still be there for me. Now I guess I just have to be there for myself. I wonder how lonely people get when they lose someone that they were close to. Do they feel like a piece of them is missing? Well, I do. And I figure someone has to be a Scotsman for Halloween. Even if this year, it's only me. I've got one more outfit, sorry about that. And let's see how fun this outfit can get. Huh? We got a book. I'm far away from this. This is the problem. This was one thing. Thank you, sir. Oh, and I needed a plaid jacket and everything to make my look complete. And I don't have the other sleeve, so I can't. Hey, a bow tie. Was this your bow tie you wore at your wedding? No?
A little crooked.
Well, so am I, so. It seems fitting, and how creative, and I've got my mixing plaids and all, so. This is my last piece, and thank you very much for tolerating me. This one is called Salesman. The doorbell rang. Who could be stopping by at this hour, I thought. But I put my work down and walked to the door. A man in a plaid suit stood in the entranceway. He had this worn book in his hand. His business suit seemed like a costume that looked comical to this sad clown. I almost expected to see a twirling bow tie or water squirting out of the fake flower in his pocket. But he flashed me a tired, businesslike smile. It almost looked genuine. As he rambled on and on, you know, he had glasses too. I might as well put glasses on. As he rambled on and on about, well, I don't really know what he said. I don't even know what he wanted. What is he selling, I thought, as my head became dizzy as his words confused me. Try to be nice to this strange man. He knocked at your door, and you felt obliged to actually greet him and let him in. It all seemed like nonsense. You listened to his words, and you tried to make sense of his nouns and his verbs, and whenever you heard fractions, he mentioned a call to action. I don't like what I hear. But I tried to listen. I wanted to listen. But after a while, I had to hold on to the door frame. I had to keep myself steady while this man's thoughts were trying to knock me down. I finally stopped him. What are you trying to sell me? What are you trying to do? I asked. And he looked at me and he said, I'm trying to sell you an ideology. I'm trying to poison your mind. I slammed the door in his face. Alone, I let go of that door frame. I fell down. I'm done.